47 years ago, the Springfield Ballet Company started, and they just recently underwent a transition to a professional dance company. And to talk more about that and their opening of the Little Mermaid, we're joined by several individuals from behind the scenes at Springfield Ballet Company. We'll hear voices from the executive director, Scott Raper, also Adam Sage, the artistic director, and Caitlin Helton Shearer, the ballet mistress. Here with Springfield's Morning News, I'm Greg Bishop on 92.7 WMAY, Springfield's News and Talk. Good morning, Scott. Thanks for taking time and telling us all about what's going on here. And if you could, just give us a bit of a background here, how we got to this point of becoming a professional dance company. Good morning.
Good morning, Greg. We appreciate you taking the time to chat with us as we get ready for our inaugural performance as a now professional ballet company. So a little bit of history. I've been with the ballet since about February 2020, and that was just before the pandemic hit. And so there's a lot of challenges there. The ballet company has been in Springfield since 1975. We've been a pre-professional company, mostly using local dancers. And then coming out of COVID, we realized that the post-pandemic world for the performing arts industry looks a little bit different. And we sat down with our board of directors and we talked about what we can do to change what we're doing and really realign ourselves with the original mission of the company. And in those discussions, we decided, once our new artistic director, Adam Sage, was here with us, that going to a full professional ballet company was the right move for us, and it really was the right move for us, and it encompasses the full life cycle of the dancer, because in addition to the professional ballet company, we have added the official school of Springfield Ballet as well.
Yeah, and I definitely want to talk more about the school here in a bit, but if you could, hand it over to Caitlin. She's the ballet mistress, and we could talk about some of the dancers. And Caitlin, if you could, with us, just give me acknowledgement that you now have the phone. Good morning.
Good morning.
All right.
How are you?
I'm good, Caitlin. So tell us about the performers. Now being a professional dance company, professional means, hey, they've been around and they're acknowledged for being professionals. Tell us who you got there as performers.
So we have dancers who range in age from 18 to 30 currently, and they're from all over the country: Pennsylvania, New York, Texas, Michigan, California, Ohio. And we even have one dancer who is originally from Springfield who went to go train at a ballet school in Pennsylvania and came back, and this is her first professional gig as well. So we've got a nice age range and a nice group of dancers with all different kinds of backgrounds.
Now, when it comes to having that background to be considered a professional, talk about, I guess, some of the different companies these individuals are coming from to bring their talents to the stage on Springfield stage.
Yes, most of the ballet dancers who we have currently are coming from regional companies that are similar to the setup of what we are now. Companies about 30 to 35 people or smaller, and then some are coming straight from ballet school as well.
So again, we're talking with the Springfield Ballet Company. They are now a professional dance company, and they are getting ready to perform The Little Mermaid. Caitlin, if you could hand the phone over to Adam Sage. Adam is the artistic director for The Little Mermaid, which is coming up. And you can imagine, of course, everybody knows the classic story. The Disney film may ring a bell, but how does that translate onto a stage for a ballet company? Adam, thanks for taking time with us. You're the artistic director for The Little Mermaid coming up. We'll get all the details from Scott here in a bit, but tell us about the production side of this and the design of this.
Good morning. This was a story that I think most people have seen the movie or have, read the story as a child. And I wanted to do something that was new and different, that people already knew and would appeal to them, both children and adults. The challenge, as you said, is how do you bring the underwater to the stage? That was the big challenge, but I think a nice challenge. I've done it through costuming and lighting, of course, and then the movement, trying trying to give the effects of what it's like to be under the water. And I've followed the basic outline of the Hans Christian Andersen story, which is a little bit on the dark side, and I think Disney brought that forward to make it more appealing and acceptable to audiences. So I've sort of found a middle ground somewhere there. I'm using computer-generated images, graphics, rather than normal backdrops or sets. So when you're under the water with a Little Mermaid, the ocean is moving in the back, the seaweed, there's fish that swim, and so that's added a sort of more interactive feel for the audience. I think the thing that's nice is the fact that the story is known, but it's not been done very often. I only know of 2 other places that have actually ever brought this to the stage in this way. So I'm excited for everyone to see this as something that's not been seen before, at least in Illinois anyway.
Well, I'm glad to be able to tell people about it. Of course, it is the Springfield Ballet Company with their inaugural performance of The Little Mermaid. That was Adam Sage, the artistic director. If you could, Adam, hand the phone over to Scott, the executive director, and we'll finish up with him with information about when and where and tickets. So, Scott, break it down for us. When and where can people see the Springfield Ballet Company's performance of The Little Mermaid?
Absolutely. So The Little Mermaid opens this weekend on Saturday, October 1st. We have 2 performances at 2 p.m. and 7 p.m., and that will be out at our resident home, which is the UIS Performing Arts Center. You can purchase tickets through our website, which is Springfield Ballet Co. So that's SpringfieldBalletCo.com. And you can call the UIS ticket office at 217-206-6160.
So again, October 1st, put it on your calendar. It is just around the corner. You can get your tickets. It's going to be at the UIS Performing Arts Center. Scott, when we started talking about this and the transition to the professional dance company, you had mentioned a school that's coinciding with this, and maybe we talk more about this in the future, but just give us a little bit of an overview of what that entails.
Yeah, and actually I'm going to give you back to Adam here and let him talk about that because he is the most versed on the school
Gotcha.
itself.
All right, so Adam Sage is the artistic director. Adam, just take a moment here and tell us a bit about the school, something I imagine we'll likely talk more about in the future, but I want to make sure people have that in their minds as well when they're thinking about the Springfield Ballet Company.
Sure. The decision for Springfield Ballet to have their actual official school is really derives from that you want it to be something that the students will come up through and then have the opportunity to dance with the company if they're on that level and not have to leave Springfield to do that. Caitlin, as an example, went to a school here in town, and then there was no professional organization for her to dance for in Springfield, so she had to go somewhere else. And I think that, and this is what's great about one of our dancers, Laura Sonic, who's from here, trained here, and went away to continue more training. And then if we had not become professionals, she would be dancing somewhere else. And I think also it's a matter of training and that it's consistent. And because when you come out the other side, you don't want to have to try and put together 20, 30 people that all been trained differently, that move differently. So I think it's very important. I mean, there's very few ballet companies that don't have their own school. I mean, the goal always is to educate children in the art of classical ballet, and some will go on to dance, some will go on to teach, some will go on to choreograph or become executive directors, and then some will become doctors and lawyers and all sorts of other things. And then really you hope then that when they become adults and get married and have children, that they will also bring their children. So it continues that cycle of trying to, expose everybody to it as much as possible.
Well, we'll definitely be highlighting this more in the future. But again, The Little Mermaid from the Springfield Ballet Company at the UISPAC, October 1st. Get to the UISPAC box office for more details. Scott Raper, the executive director of the Springfield Ballet Company, Adam Sage, the artistic director, and Caitlin Helton Shearer, the ballet mistress. Greatly appreciate you guys taking the time this morning with us. And do you say break a leg to ballet? Is that what you say?
Break a leg? Well, I mean, yeah, but that could be a little dangerous for us, but that'll work.
I didn't know if that's what you say. So, I mean, hey, it's best of luck, guys. It really shows how important Springfield arts is, and the arts community getting that much more enhanced with a professional dance company, with the Springfield Ballet Company. Have a great weekend, all right, guys?
Thank you. We appreciate it, Greg, very much.
It is Springfield's Morning News. I'm Greg Bishop on 92.7 WMAY.